Hey, Jay here. We have another tire change video for you. This one I'm going to kind of call my ultimate guide. What I've learned over all the years. And we got an MX33 front and rear, a 19-inch rear going on a 450 size wheel. This will relate to most off-road dirt bike tire changes. You know, front, you can catch the front and the rear. We'll do the rear first. We'll give you those tips right now. Okay, I first start by taking the rim lock nut, like all the way off. If people, I don't like to keep it off because then the rim lock could fall out. So I take it off and then I just put it on like a thread or thread and a half or so back on. And then you want to take your cap off the valve stem. They didn't have a nut on here, so I'm going to have a nut that we're going to put back on. So I'm going to let all the air out of the valve stem by taking out the core. I just get a tool like this from auto parts store. And then most of the tools we use are Motion Pro. With the spoons and the Bead Buddy. Okay, so we're going to knock we're going to knock the tire off the bead just like so. Like that, and I got all the way off that side. And that's why I started with the sprocket side up, because now when I start to take the tire off, I'll be on this side. So I'm kind of ready to go. And this is the way I learned it from Brian, who's one of the main guys at Dunlop's, been doing it for years. He's one that taught me. I was doing it different ways. I'd say the wrong way, and so learned a lot. So tires all the way off the bead. I'm going to get about a third of the way away from the rim lock. And I kind of fine-tuned a few things because I've learned things that help me, you know, a little bit. Okay, so now I got one in, and I'm going to take a bite about 2 inches apart. At this point, I could just use the 2 tire spoons, but since I have more, I like to get that third one in here, right here, and then these. Then you're just going to be down to 2. And now just down to 1. So you're just going to have one like this. And see, my left hand's kind of pushing down a little bit. And it helps to have a little bit right here to hold the tire against right here. So all the way off. That's my excuse anyway. Okay, so again, I'm going to get about a third of the way away from the rim lock. And maybe more like a fourth, I guess. And I'm taking bead. Now, we didn't take the tube out. So hopefully you notice that. We leave the tube in the tire. It saves a lot of hassle. I push my body against the tube like that, and then I can get over here right to the rim lock area. And then right here where the tube is, I can pull that out of the way. I can pull the tire all the way off like this with the tube in it. Now I'm going to put the wheel back on like this. I like to get the core right back in the tube right away here, and then tighten that back up just like so, good and snug. And then I'm going to put a little powder in our Bead powder. It says pure cornstarch. See this? Pure cornstarch Bead powder. That's what you want to use so it doesn't chafe up the tube. A little less likely on the to help with flats, all those reasons. So now I've got the tube going in the tire. Then I put a tiny bit of air in the tire. Okay. So now I'm letting a little bit of air out of the tube, and I just have this much air, and it's not measurable. Here we use tire paste. I got Pro Buds, works well. And if you email us, we can send you a drawing information on discount code for that, as well as a drawing for the tire stands if anybody wants to make their own tire stand. Okay. And we do that. We send you a few other links too to stuff that will hopefully be helpful. We actually have a Google Drive document that shows a lot of our videos and tech things that people ask about. So you saw that the stem went in, rim lock is like this, and then now I'm able to start putting the tire on. Just like so. And my left hand's pulling up a little bit, and my foot is standing on my tire stand. This is what a lot of people cheap out on, but on making a good feet spot for your tire. So I got the tube all the way in. Now I'm going to flip over the wheel. And right here, check that out, Donnie. You can see that our tube is a little bit inside of the tire. So make sure we're all good and lined up over here, no issues. Now when I come back to this side, I kind of lift up here, and I like to make sure that the tube is on top of that rim lock. And I'm going to start about here just like so. Put in our bead buddy. And my left hand's pushing down. Getting to about halfway is pretty easy. And then about here, then you want to start knocking it off the bead. This is where that tire paste really helps. And I'm not taking too big of bites. Then at this one, when I see it's like that, I don't need to take another one. I can just push down with my hand. Pull our bead buddy out. We're going to add our air in here. It helps to have a good amount of air, a good compressor. So you're not, trying to bead this up with a bicycle pump or something, right? So now I'd like to clean off the tire, and I'm looking to make sure that it's beaded up all the way. Sorry there, Donnie. I should tell you when it's flippy time.
Flippy.
Okay, so now we're beaded up. Oh, look at that. We're not quite on. I said that's why it's always good when you see it pop up right here. Okay, it took a bit to get that sucker on. So now I kind of know. I'm gonna let air out of the tube while I tighten up the rim lock. Good and snug there on the rim lock. And on my tool, it has a little flat spot, which works really cool for letting air out. Now I'm gonna. So it took about 30 psi to bead that up, which is more than kind of normal, but that happens. Dunlop's a strong tire, good strong sidewalls, and so it does take a little bit more to bead up at times. MX33 is a good all-around tire for a lot of use. Okay, got our Motion Pro tire gauge, works really well. And then let's catch a picture of this last little bit here, Donnie. We get our cap right against the nut, like this. This allows room for the stem to move, and that's what you want to make sure that you get, just like so. Thanks for watching the video so far. Don't forget, if you're going to shop for new parts for your dirt bike at RockyMountainATVMC.com, to click on the link in our description below. Okay, front is the same song, different verse, same as the first, something like that. And with the front, I do everything the same way, front and rear. Just the front's a little bit easier, of course. I think most people know that. But if you mess up on a front, it kind of costs you the same. It's still just as much of a hassle if you were to pinch a tube or anything. So let the air out. And maybe some people might, even myself over the years, take it a little easier, or not pay attention to your technique as much on a front. So you want to kind of try to do that. So knocking the tire off the bead. Again, getting it off the bead's even a little easier on the front. Now we're going to switch over to, I got the rotor side up, just as I would do on the rear. And you can kind of hear it popping off. Now I'm going to make sure the rim lock moves. Okay, so we're all the way off, starting about a third of the way away from the rim lock. I'm going to go like that. This, if anybody's wondering about this wheel, this is a factory edition wheel. So this is the same wheel size, axle size we'll have on the 23 models for all the KTMs. So this is a factory edition. And your old wheels will work on newer bikes. You run different spacers. Now there's going to be more spacers for the KTM guys out there who know that there's a grip of different spacers. From the old bikes to the new, and there's different front and rear spacers over the years. But KTM's been cool to us in keeping them the same wheel bearings. Because when I flip over, get started just like that. Now see, I'm still keeping one with my left hand in there, and about now I can take it out, and I'm just down to one spoon going around. My left hand's holding down, and then I got a little bit, there we go. Then at this point I'll pull the tube out of the rim there, throw it just like that. Now at this point, pull the tube out with the core going in. Boom, just like that. And then we need a front tire. Front tire right here. Okay, let's get a little bit of baby powder. And at this point, we're gonna just put it in just like that. Oh yeah. Okay, so spun all the way around. That helps everything feel good inside here. This is just a stock thickness tube. If this was a bike we were racing or riding of our own, we would probably be putting a heavy Dunlop in here. But stock tubes are light. These thin tubes are light and have a good feel. If you're not racing or anything serious, it can be a great option. A lot of guys like the feel of those. for most of their riding, but when you're racing and you want to make sure, then you might want to be running a thicker tube. And for most guys, motocross, a heavy tube is just fine. You don't need to go anything else. Okay, they were missing a nut, so we're going to get a new nut on here. Okay, tire paste all the way around again. Now this is a directional tire. The rear was not.
Most guys can worry about the 20 extra pounds they have before they worry about the heavy tube.
We got an arrow right here, and so we know that this spins this way. If you're ever confused, look at a bike in your garage and just kind of, I go like this, you know. I make little circles. So, rim lock. So tube is in the hole. We can put our nut on just a little bit, and then we're going to get the rim lock just like that. And we can push on the tire most of the way, and then we just got a little bit left. We'll come over here with our, and then pick up the last little bit. Okay, so we got all the way on right now, just like that. And I'm going to flip it over just to inspect that area right there. Everything looks good, so we're good to go. I'm going to flip it back over, and I'm going to start right here. Okay, so now we're going to do our last little bit of the front tire, put our bead buddy in right next, a little ways away from the rim lock, and we start pushing down like this. Boom, just like this. Guys want me to make a video really slow. I just tell them to watch this thing in slow motion, right? You'd probably be good. Boom. I've got my leg against here. I think you can play it in like 3/4 speed or whatever.
Unfortunately, if they want it in slow motion, they probably still can't do it anyway.
Okay, here we go. We're going to add some air. Got it all the way on. Got our bead buddy out. Pop, pop, pop. Okay, so now we're going to... Knocked all my spacers over. Okay, so now we're going to wipe all the tire paste off there. We're going to do the same thing here. Wipe all the tire paste off. And then at this point, I like to tighten up the rim lock before I check tire pressure. Just good and snug. And then at this point, we can now check our tire pressure for the final time. Hopefully everybody enjoys watching our tire change video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of cool stuff. If you email us, we'll send you all of our links. Rocky Mountain link if you need to purchase anything. Always go do that. Okay, so that's a wrap on our tire change. Hopefully that helps you out. And again, just send us an email, any comments or anything like that. It's best to email us. Don't DM or don't ask us questions in the comments. You can say how awesome the video is and give us a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. But don't ask questions because we don't really like to answer them on here, but I will answer all questions on email. Okay, that's it. Hopefully you guys like it, enjoy it, and helps you out when you're doing your tires. OnX Off-Road, nowhere to go with the #1 GPS app. Access 500,000 miles of trails and roads, open dates and public lands. The elite version even shows landowners and property boundaries. Download the OnX Off-Road app. To save 20%, use the discount code DBTV1.